10 movies
Top 10
that
movies
we like.
we
love and
love.
live. Okay,
All right.
so I'm going to go first.
Go.
Okay, so my number 4
Number 4
is Jaws.
Oh.
Steven Spielberg's second movie. Second movie. 'Cause wasn't the first one Duel?
Yes.
Okay.
It was Duel.
So
And
second.
he did Sugarland Express.
Nope. No, he didn't.
And then Jaws.
Nope. No, he didn't. Third movie.
Third movie.
He did. And the reason why I picked this one and it's in my, top 5 favorite movies of all time is because I watched this when I was younger and it made me scared to go into the water. That's if a movie, knowing what, even still today, knowing what I know about the movie, how it was made, that it's total, just totally fake, I still am afraid of the water because of this movie. It's on TV all the time, and I'll watch it all the way through, and I love it. I love the characters. I love that, they're 3 totally different people, with, the police captain and the fisherman and the doctor, all kind of get together and bond in a way that they all want something different out of it, He wants to save, with the pressures from the mayor and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm just telling the whole story of the movie, but
Yeah.
It stuck with me because it scared me to go into the water. I mean, that's
Super
the main
scary.
part.
Super scary.
It did its job to scare people in that way. It's almost, it's like a horror movie, pretty much. I would.
Oh,
put
yeah.
this
Absolutely
in.
a horror movie.
Right. But not in the same vein that you would think a horror movie would be. More of.
No,
more
but it's like it was like the first to be like less is more.
Right.
And
there you go.
then you
That's
hear
a good
about the
point.
fascinating backstory of the movie and like the mechanical shark, which name was
Bruce.
Good job. The mechanical shark that's not working.
works.
And then they're just like, you know what? We're just not going to show the shark, and it will be, and then
became
it was scarier
Brilliant
that way. Oh,
right.
yeah.
Just kind of
Absolutely
it
brilliant.
gave you the imagination of what it looks like, and then you see bits and pieces of it toward the end when they're
You
fighting.
don't need like this all out like gore,
Right,
and like
exactly.
showing everything all the time, like things left up to our imagination. It's a lot freaking scarier.
a lot scarier.
Yeah.
So it totally hit me. I love this movie, and I'll never ever not be afraid of the water because of this movie.
Cool.
Go see it.
All right. Oh, definitely. If you haven't seen Jaws, I'm gonna come beat you with a tack
Reach
hammer.
through the camera.
Okay, my number 4.
I'm so excited. Whenever, because like I'm totally.
You don't know where
I'm
it's
totally
coming.
lost from even from 9 and 10. I was just like, this is out of control, and so I have no idea where it could go. It could go anywhere.
Number 4.
Totally
You
left
probably
field.
haven't even heard of this movie.
Okay.
So I'm excited to introduce it to you.
Okay.
It's called The Apartment, and it has Jack Lemmon, who's my favorite actor
I've
ever,
heard of it. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
and Shirley MacLaine, the great, beautiful Shirley MacLaine.
Yes.
And it's directed by the fantastic Billy Wilder, who a lot of people have Some Like It Hot on their top 10 lists.
yeah,
and
for
it's a
sure.
fantastic movie, and I love
is.
it. I
I've
love
seen
it.
It's very funny.
It's so funny and laugh out loud hysterical.
Yeah.
But Jack Lemmon plays a character named CC Bud Baxter.
Okay.
And he just wants to keep rising up in his job. So he's given all these undeserved promotions because he offers his apartment to his bosses to have affairs with like secretaries at the workplace. Okay. So he has this system of leaving the key for them, and then his bosses come, and so he gets these promotions for doing that. And the big boss, played by Fred McMurray, is having an affair with Shirley MacLaine's character, and Buddy is just head over heels for Miss Kubelik, Shirley MacLaine, and Shirley MacLaine wants the big boss to leave his wife, and of course he doesn't, but keeps saying I will,
Right.
and so she ends up attempting to commit suicide in
the apartment?
Baxter's apartment.
Okay.
And then it's just this sort of like love story, like he nurses her back to health, and it has some really funny moments, but it's very much like a dramatic movie. But very real, and just it won Best Picture. I think back in like 60.
I was gonna ask you the Best Picture was when it was
or
made.
something.
Interesting.
Something in like the mid 60s. So just fantastic movie, and like I said,
awesome.
like Some Like It Hot, I debated between both of those, but I think The Apartment edges it out more. I think to me, like, it just has more heart, and
Well, there you
yeah,
go.
just
Go see it.
fantastic stuff. So check
all
that
know
one
you've
out. Like
seen-
find it at the library or, come borrow it from me. It's
I'm sure you could probably get it off Amazon for like $5.
yeah, exactly. So definitely
do that.
definitely take a look. And
Nice.
it's a little under the radar. So
I like it.
it's black and white. So
See?
it's a-
I never know.
Yeah.
I never know where
Yeah.
you're going with your movies.
what? Okay.
Okay, so my number
Three.
I was gonna say two. Number 3 is the first Tarantino movie I ever watched, which was Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Now this is obviously going to be on a lot of people's top tens because I think it's his most before he kind of before I would say Kill Bill is when he kind of started ramping up again. But like I think Pulp Fiction is his first big popular movie that got released. That people it was kind of more of a cult classic though.
Definitely
Like
more of a cult
in the
following.
theaters, like it kind of didn't do well, obviously, but more of a cult following. And I think I watched it, and my dad, he's like, "So what movie are you gonna watch?" I'm like, "I'm gonna watch Pulp Fiction." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Do you know what this is about?" And I'm like, "No, I have no idea. I'm gonna watch it." He's like, "Okay, well, good luck."
Good luck.
So yeah, I mean, it's stuck with me for a long time. Just for like, it kind of is one of those movies that get you kind of thinking about how it was made. With the long shots, long cuts, the different storylines that kind of intertwine into each other.
Oh, yeah.
And it got me thinking a lot when I was watching it of wanting to make movies, of wanting to get into the whole just filmmaking business. This movie like pushed me into that direction.
That's awesome.
Because of I've seen it so many times, and each time I get something different out of it because I kind of delve into the shots that were taken and then the dialogue between the characters and what kind of character. I mean, and he puts himself into this movie as this as just some random guy that gets pulled into a situation, not wanting to, but yeah, as Jimmy the character, and in that. Just seeing him on screen and him being a funny character in a movie that that he directed, it was a fun introduction to it. And I don't know, this one stuck with me a lot. There's a lot of other good ones, but this one stuck with me the most.
I think I watched it for the first time when I was about 13, and I was actually visiting. I was in California with a friend, and we were like having a sleepover, and he's like, "Let's watch Pulp Fiction." And my uncle, who was kind of watching us at the time, came in after we'd started it, and he was like, "What are you guys watching?" Like, Pulp Fiction. They're like, "Did your mom like allow you to watch stuff like that?" And was like, "Oh yeah,
sure,
no,
yeah, we don't know what this is about, but sure."
Sorry, Mom.
For obvious reasons.
And my uncle actually called my mom after he left the room and like to make sure that it was okay.
Yeah.
And my mom, of course, was like, "No, it is not okay. Of course not." Because she has seen Pulp Fiction and does not care for it. And so I had to turn it off, and then I think we waited a little while and then turned it back on. But I'm 13 years old, and I mean at this point, I mean I loved movies, but I didn't really love like the making of them or appreciate like and understand. So like I was kind of like, oh, Pulp Fiction, whatever. I was like, I don't really understand. I can't follow the story.
Right.
Like I'm not used to watching like rated R movies, or especially like movies like Pulp Fiction and stuff. So I'm not even Mormon, people. Like, just, my parents didn't let us watch that stuff. So
13 for a rated R movie, for this kind of rated R movie it's a little bit far.
Yeah.
It's a reach
for sure.
for a 13-year-old.
But yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I'm happy that it's in your list. Like, I mean, all of these movies could be interchangeable on my
Like I
list.
said,
all of these movies you've put in, well, not Fast and Furious, but could have easily been in a spot here. So
right.
it's just,
that's what I said. Like,
cool.
if I were to make this list again, it would be different. But
yeah. Okay.
All right. 3.
My number 3 is a musical, actually. Yay! Yeah. Singing in the Rain.
Love it.
Yeah, I love it. Such a fun movie. The amazing Gene Kelly, Debbie Reynolds, hilarious Donald O'Connor. With his make him laugh bit. But just, you know, the whole transition from silent movies to talkies and the humor in that, and just like, you know, my love for film history and of course yours, you know, as well. And just like, it's just such a perfect film. You know, funny, and the music is amazing. And yeah, I had to include that, and I was surprised actually at how high it was.
No, yeah,
But I just love it. I watched the movie with just like a freaking smile on my face, all, you know, the whole time, and it's just catchy and fun. And
yeah, this is another one
great.
that I watched for the first time in my film classes, and I loved it. This is my favorite. I would say top 3 favorite musicals of all time. I love it. It's exciting the whole time, and the music in it is one of the greatest soundtracks of any movie ever made.
Yeah,
for sure. So yeah, I think it's a great pick. I love it.
Thanks.
And I love it. I love this movie.
Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome.
All right.
Wow. Well, so next week we'll conclude.
That's a new one.
Conclude. I'm so excited.
To conclude
our top 10.
Conclude.
Yay.
All right. So yeah, make sure you follow us. Click the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel and like us on Facebook.
Please.
Because we want to keep doing it. And,
I know there's a lot more movie lovers out there than just like 10 people. So, you know,
so
tell all your friends
to like us, watch us,
Help
let us know
out.
what you
Check us
think
out.
and what we should talk about.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We love you.
There. Yeah.
Conclude.
This will conclude our list.